Hello everybody, R. Brown, actor, writer, producer, and director. If you don't believe me, or if you're just curious by nature, check the link in the comments section below. And I'm doing a follow-up video on online dating. My previous video about mistakes that women make on their dating profiles has prompted some replies from women thanking me for some of the information, and they removed their pictures of their children from their profile pages. And some have asked about fake profiles, and some didn't know that fake profiles could even exist. Just wanted to say that as a former police detective, I wanted to share some general safety tips on how to recognize a fake profile on an online dating site, and some other general tips with regards to online dating safety, whether it's a site or just however you go about it. I belong to a dating site. I won't mention it because I can't get the brand marketer to return my call. To, number one, give me permission, but two, also talk about sponsorship. So if you are a online dating site and you would like to sponsor a series of videos about dating, by all means get in touch with me. Fake profiles for online dating, they do exist. Couple ways that you can tell a fake online dating profile. Number one, they will have just one photo, and that photo will seem unnatural in nature. Basically, anybody could look at pictures online, download an image, upload that image to a fake dating profile. A profile should have more than one photo. It should have photos that are natural in nature, taking in somewhat of a natural environment, maybe with some other person as well. Just something that looks like like they're just a real person, that they're in a real place, that they've taken real pictures, that it just doesn't seem like it's too canned of a photo. If there's just one photo and it's just a canned photo, it could come from anywhere. Beware of that. Number two, very limited information about themselves. Scammers will often avoid putting too much information because they're doing a number of websites and dating profiles. So they are simply just clicking a photo, uploading a photo, putting basic generic information that will often be for, if they're appealing to guys, they'll have a pretty girl's picture and they'll say, never been married, never had kids, 5'2", 110 pounds, postgraduate, trying to make themselves look so great that it gets somebody to click on their photo. Could be an open way for somebody to worm their way into your email by doing that. Another way that they will do it is by sending you a direct message. This happens to both girls and guys. They will send a message that is over-flattering. They will say things like, "Oh my God, you're the prettiest girl I've ever seen. I would love to talk with you. Here's my direct email address. I'm not a member of this site." If they're not a member of the site, how are they getting on? How do they have a profile? And how are they contacting you? Right? If you're on Twitter, you know that you can only get a direct message from somebody that follows you, that you follow them directly as well. Okay? So logic stands to reason that if somebody is not a member of ABC dating site, that number one, they wouldn't have a profile, and number two, they're not sending you a direct message. Right? Common sense. But beware of anybody that sends you information, especially on a first contact, that is personal in nature. They're providing a email address for you to contact. They're providing a phone number for you to contact. Here are two reasons why. Number one, they are probably a scammer and trying to get you to make a phone call so that they can worm their way into your phone. They can do that. Or two, worm your way through your email by having you send them an email address. Okay? Or two, they are an actual legitimate person, but they're cuckoo and seriously desperate and want to suddenly run you down the aisle at the first meeting, just what you've put on your profile pictures, okay? So just think of online dating as a safe way to meet people, but there is just as much danger as if you were in a bar or in a club or any other thing. You don't really know these people until you have an opportunity to safely communicate over a period of time, and where you are comfortable in saying, I trust this person enough to make a meeting, in-person meeting with them. Maybe you can Skype a meeting. That's a safe way to do it, because you can always block the person via your Skype or FaceTime. But if you are meeting somebody in a public place, a coffee shop or a restaurant or whatever the case may be, always, always, always make sure that you maintain control. Whether you're the guy or the girl, it doesn't matter. You maintain control. You drive yourself to that place at a specified time, okay? So that you have power to leave at any time that you're not comfortable. Also, always leave a location. Show some photos, show the profile if it's online dating, to somebody that can say, here is who I'm seeing, this is where we're meeting, this is when we're meeting, okay? Have it, and it's an old joke that that you see on TV and the movies a lot, where people will have somebody make that emergency call out to them just to make sure that they're okay, or give them an excuse to leave. Nothing wrong with that, right? I actually went out with a girl. She was from Maryland, I was from Virginia. We met halfway. Gave my kids the number and location of where we were going to be. No sooner did we sit down that I got a phone call that my son had fallen and busted his head open. Thankfully, family was there. They could take care of it. But I had to jokingly, seriously, I guess, tell her I didn't plan this phone call. But it's okay to have that phone call. It's okay to have somebody check on you just to make sure you're okay. Whether you're a guy or a girl, there's no shame in that, right? So think about online dating as the need to be just as cautious and just as safe as you would if you were in anywhere other, because your personal information is just as vulnerable to be mistaken and mistreated as you personally are if you met somebody in person. And that's the best piece of advice that I could give anybody. Okay? Thank you for listening. We'll have a series of videos about dating. We'll talk to some single people about their dating experiences, maybe talk to some single girls, find out what mistakes guys make on their online dating profiles, and we'll just talk to a variety of people. If you like this video and you want to see more videos about dating and about dating pitfalls, and maybe talk to some people that have been married 60 years. I'd love to talk to somebody who's had successful relationships for a long period of time. Find out their success secrets. Share those with people that are dating. If you would like that, like this, comment, share, do all those goody things that people do with YouTube videos. Thanks.